About tackling the external challenges.
The mentors who come, they sometimes call at a time which is out of work.
I would like to get more information on this whole mentorship thing, because my experience, I think it's quite different from what we had been told it would be like.
In our organization, I think it has not been so bad. We were informed at least 1 week before visiting the organization. Then there was no any other thing that was asked for from that mentor. She visited the project site and she actually appreciated it. Thank you very much.
How many times organization or branch is supposed to be mentored? Because putting into that consideration can give us the opportunity to easily call to find out that my mentor has not come, because right now others have been mentored, others are not yet mentored. So we want to know
about the frequency. I think Sharon talked about it, but it's supposed to be once a month. That makes it 12 times if your project is for 12 months. And by the way, some of you are saying it's too much. You heard the yes. Some of you don't want to be visited. But the monthly visit is a must. If the person comes probably in the first week of the month and you are not available, the office is closed, that person will make sure he or she comes back. So mentoring, but also calling them monitoring visits, because they encompass a lot of things, not just mentoring. Once a month. If you are not visited and you feel you'd like to be visited, then you have to send an email to Advance Africa, send an email to ILO. But monitoring visits are a must. And I told you, even if you are not available, your project manager your accountant should be there, your beneficiaries should be there. Because I see new faces here. That means some of you already have either new project managers or new accountants.
It is good to be innovative, but let us keep in the project line. So being innovative can mean you use the leverage or bootstrapping, where you use what you have that is less to do more. If the less is very resourceful, how are you going to use it efficiently to achieve much more from it? Yeah? But let's avoid having budgets or funds interchanged in different projects. If it's an ILO project, be mindful, the nation there, follow the work plan and budget. Those should guide you, but you should not have funds for ILO supporting another project.
So make sure everything that you submit, you have photocopies. Spend according to your budget. All recordings should be transparent. All purchases should have supporting documents. If you are holding meetings, some of you have done launches. Some of you have done stakeholder meetings. We hope you have attendance sheets. These are different documents. I'm very sure you know about them. If you don't, please ask. There's a cash book, summary of transactions. You have a fact sheet in Excel. If you don't have it, please, you need to tell us now. We want your original bank statement, which has to be stamped by the bank at the time of submitting your accountabilities. If you misappropriated the funds, just refund the money to their account. Technical progress reports, you have the templates. We went through these templates during the capacity building. Other supporting documents, vouchers, approvals, original receipts, invoices. All this should be attached, especially if the amounts are big. Some of you bring receipts and you instead printing. What did you print? Were they brochures? Were they programs? So you need to indicate what did you print. And that has to be in line with your budget. If your supplier does not have a receipt book, you can write an acknowledgement and they sign. Then the don'ts, all the bad practices. You've contracted a facilitator, for the month of April, but in February you paid 100%. Overwriting on figures in receipts and acknowledgement forms. If they have given you a receipt and the amounts are not correct, let them give you another receipt. Don't cancel, don't start crediting with figures. If the supplier wants cash, take the supplier to the bank. Why do you want to move with cash? Someone withdrew money in Soroti, this is a live example. Withdrew money in Soroti and went and paid in Kampala. And that bank has branches in Kampala.
3 by 3. 3 by 3. I'll ask you to remember to introduce okay.
I'm called Chiru Loisebo from Arua district. They deal in paper and plastic and fabric recycling into finished products.
I'm from Bade. Project is called Youth Empowerment and Transformation Enhancement. In our project, we do what they call hydrofoam interlocking bricks. Mentorship cuts across all of us who are here because it must be monitored by the planters. So for us, in our project, mentorship, first of all, can be in many ways. Through visiting the sites, sending monthly reports, or showing NSR documents to show that the project is processing. For us in our project, we first had group dynamic skills. It was mentored by ILO team in the way that after training, they come to the site, they visit our office, we show the materials, how we are trained, they ask questions and send monthly report to show that we conducted such a training. And also the agreement which was signed by the trainer who trained us. Mr. Pawana used to come with different guests to visit our project to see the progress, to ask questions, to share the ideas.
Most of our organizations, we don't have board members, or we have maybe 2 people or 3 running it. And that's what I said for the talk. And some of you are project managers, but you're not signing checks. It is other people who are signing, isn't it? Yeah. So that's what I talked about. And other people they don't have your project manager, your project accountant, but you don't have an appointment letter. Some of us rely on issues of constitution, but there are also other documents which are supposed to be having in the organization. We talk about the financial policies. Like me personally, I didn't have, but when they came, I had to start making them. We have, now I'm supposed to present it to the board and we see how to edit it. So I know most of you don't have those financial policies which can guide you on how you can issue advances in salary, maybe on the issues of withdrawing money. They also talk about the human resource policy, issues of recruitment in an organization.
You know, most of the time when we are starting the project, we usually begin with sensitization and stakeholders meeting. The same thing should always happen when you're ending the project. For us, when we are ending our project, the fact that we had discussed with the members in the VSLO and they agreed, they're like, no, instead of VSLS, we should come up with the savings and credit cooperatives. Saving creates the bondage, but through savings, we can also have what they call a revolving fund. Revolving fund does not require a lot of money, but if you have 70 beneficiaries and each is keeping a fund of 1,000, at the end of the project, how much would be that?
You may be 50 people, but not all of you will get the vision, the end. But who is that who is envisioned that you may move with that person at this level? Some people come in at the time, others come in, have their time there.
Mentorship should be done in the early stages of the project implementation, because we have, I think, 2 organizations in our group that have not been mentored so far, and yet their projects are actually ongoing. Mentors should provide templates and some guidelines.
So on our part, we have been able to shoot a few videos. We shall keep visiting your organizations to document your success stories. We have 4 videos, and we're going to show them.
The private sector in Uganda is a bit small. It's not growing as much as it should. So we would like to promote SMEs that are owned and run by young people. So we have a competitive youth fund scheme which is currently being implemented in 11 districts, and we are working very closely with the government, and we are also encouraging strong linkages with the government youth fund. We also have other partners like Centenary Bank who are also part of this scheme, who are assisting to provide finance to those young people who have enterprises that are already growing. We try to guide them through monthly reports, monthly follow-up, to make sure that they are not going away from what they've already set themselves up to do.
spent, O Lord. And as we go through the day, O Lord, we pray that you give us wisdom, we pray that you give us organizers wisdom. We continue to pray for peace in our nation, Uganda, and peace in the entire Africa and the entire East Africa, especially wisdom and excellence upon our President. In Jesus' name we pray.
I would like to express our most gratitude to the State Minister, our Honorable Minister, for again gracing an occasion of the ILO. For us as ILO, our main agenda is to promote decent job creation, promoting opportunities for young women and men to find work that is productive, work for themselves, but also to create economic opportunities for other young people around them. As the Youth Entrepreneurship Facility, we do it in 5 ways. Firstly, we try to promote entrepreneurship in the mind. We believe that entrepreneurship starts from the mind. And therefore we have been working to inculcate a culture of thinking, of enabling young people to think about not when they can get a business, not when they can get a job from, but how they can create a job for themselves. Secondly, we work through the education system to support the process of learning for young people through reviewing curriculum to also include entrepreneurship. We did